Welcome back to the 801 Diaries podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Abby.
I'm Nicole.
And everybody,
Yay!
welcome Nicole. Welcome sister-in-law to the
Yay!
podcast. We are so excited that she's
We are
here.
so excited that she's here. Woo!
Woo!
Yay, Nicole!
So excited. So
We're so
welcome to your
excited.
first time on the podcast, Nicole.
Thank
Um,
you.
you're here. This week we're talking about we're gonna be talking about The Summer I Turned Pretty, which Nicole kind of started the trend in the fam. So we
Yes,
Got
felt like
everyone hooked.
we have been teasing
yeah,
this episode for basically every single episode since we've started watching this show. And we got Nicole to
yes,
join us, which is so
because it was
exciting.
so exciting. So that's kind of where we're headed today. But first, let's do a check-in. Abby, how are ya?
I am good. I
You
am
recovered?
I'm recovered. We're doing good.
Okay.
I was supposed to run today. I didn't. So we'll see. Next week's going to be hard, but that's okay.
That sounds good.
I took a week
Oh
off,
man.
but all good. All good.
It's okay. It's
How are
fine.
you,
We're all
Emily?
Sometimes you need it.
Yes, I did,
yeah.
and I needed it. I was down bad. I think I got just super there were a lot of things I did wrong during the half, but one of them was drank nearly no water. I was so dehydrated and it made me
Yeah.
so sick that I think I
Yikes.
really did need kind of a break, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
No, that makes sense. But you're doing better now?
Yeah, we're chilling
Good.
now.
Good. Good. Nicole, how are you this week?
Oh, I'm just killing it. Just living life.
We love to
So
hear.
swag.
We love to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love that. So, good.
How are you, Emily?
Doing good. I went running once this week.
That's
I was
great.
supposed
That's
to
more
go
than I
three
ran this
times.
week.
I ran once. We also came to a really horrible realization this week. There's no Hawaii half marathon in December.
Nope. Or
Uh-oh.
honestly, okay, I this is my conspiracy and I could do like this much research to figure it out. I think it might have
Yeah.
sold out. And that's why they aren't offering it anymore, but I don't know because I just feel like
Because
there was
I
one.
swear
I
there was
swear there
one.
was one.
So,
Shocked it sold out that fast.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I we'll see. So, unfortunately, running a 10K now, but I'm gonna still
You
train
could
for a
do the
half
full.
marathon.
You could do the
No,
full.
I'm not.
I don't know if you have
No,
enough time to train for a full. Not gonna
absolutely, I do not.
lie.
I don't know if I do.
Especially with my current motivation for actually training for a half marathon, the idea of like doing a full is like not even close. So, it's okay. We'll move on, but I'll still train for a half marathon and do that sometime, but
It's a
we're
lot
only
of
going to do a
fun.
10K in Hawaii.
I
But
love a half
it's
marathon.
all good. Okay, any pop culture items that you guys have from this week?
I don't think
Abby?
so.
Well, I have one that's really important that we just need to talk about because as you guys know, Eras Tour no longer a thing. But we have our current Eras Tour, the Jonas Brothers tour is
Yes.
running.
Yes.
Nicole, we do a recap every week of who they've been bringing out on stage, and this week, the Jonas Brothers, truly, this is the concert out of every single one I wish I could have been at because this week the Jonas Brothers brought out our favorite, mine and Abby's at least, MGK.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Not only did they bring out MGK, they sang Sucker with MGK,
With
which
MGK. And
is so good. I just
it
love
was
him.
so good. He takes the low harmonies. Oh man, him and Joe
So
Jonas's
good.
voice together.
So good.
Excuse me? Is that
So, so good.
come on? And I just realized that I need this collab to happen more often. I
Yep.
need I need the Jonas Brothers on a like punk pop punk song of MGK's. Like
Oh, that'd be fun.
X's
It's
best
my
friend.
dream.
Like come on.
It's my dream. That is my dream. It really was the collab no one saw coming and we didn't know we need, but now that it's here, we really got to jump in
We
with
need it.
all legs, you know?
Full force.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's a big thing. That happened this week and not over it. I keep rewatching the same videos from different angles and
And it slays so hard.
yeah, kind of love it. So that's where we're at.
Other Jonas Brothers news is they have started filming Camp Rock 3. It
Woo!
appears,
Already?
yeah, it appears
It
they have
not
started
not even
filming.
appears. They've announced it.
Yes, they have announced it. However,
Demi
it's
is not on the
unclear
cast
if
list.
Demi is going to be in it. I heard some ways like
It's gonna be a thing.
yeah, I heard she
Yeah.
might be a producer or something, like she's involved somehow, but I don't think she's in it.
The question is how do you have a Camp Rock without Mitchie Torres?
Yeah.
Like Mama Torres is in it.
Yeah.
She's been cast. She's
Yep.
been announced. So I feel
That
like they're
doesn't
gonna
make
try and keep,
sense.
yeah, like they're gonna keep Demi as like a secret or something, and then she's just gonna surprise everybody. But like nobody's gonna be surprised because
No, because you can't do it without her.
You can't do it without her.
exactly.
I've heard that like she's an executive producer, but she's gonna, make an appearance at the final jam or something like that. Like that's kind of what people are speculating. But
Hmm.
also, I mean, the Jonas Brothers are filming this like in the middle of their tour, so their role can't be that big in it either. Like, because they're not
Yeah.
filming that much.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting. Camp Rock 3, hopefully Kevin gets his birdhouse in this one.
I hope so. That's all he
But we'll see.
wanted. That's all
That's
he
all he
wanted.
wanted. It's where Camp Connect 3 connected, and they're
Yes,
coming back,
literally,
and
they're
I'm
coming back.
so excited about it.
I am very
So,
excited.
yeah. Other pop culture news? Anything that's happened this week?
I don't think so. I think it's been a pretty quiet week.
I think so. I would agree.
Hmm.
So, should we get into it, you guys? Should we
Yeah.
get into the topic that has consumed our lives for
For
the
only
last
like 8 weeks,
eight
because
weeks?
Nicole has been watching this a lot longer
I've been
Yeah.
than
waiting
us.
years.
Years and years. It's been about 8 weeks for me because it was right around the third episode of the last season that I decided to watch it all. Um, so it's been a crazy 8 weeks.
This
Yeah,
isn't fair.
think
I keep giving you these shows after the second or third season's already
you
come out,
do.
and then you get to binge them
Yep.
and enjoy them, but I have to wait like 3 years in between them.
Yes.
It's not fair.
The most
Yeah.
the Nicole is the reason we started watching Severance, which if you
Yes.
you listened to the podcast back when that was airing, that was a big deal in our
That was
lives.
also a big deal.
But again, it was after the first season. It was when the second season started airing that you told us to watch it.
I made you.
You made us watch it, which if you there
Thankfully.
was 3 years in between season 1 and season 2. I have
And I
no
kid you
idea how
not,
you did it.
Me and Tyler, every night before we went to bed, we Googled any updates on Severance season 2.
I
And
can't.
that went on every night for 3 years.
That is so crazy.
That's
that is
insane,
It was
Nicole.
the worst. It was the worst. But it's fine.
I
We're
can't
here.
believe that.
He said it won't
You're-
be this long for the third one. So.
Yeah, it better not.
Yeah.
be. I think they're filming soon.
Yeah, I think it's either started or about to start
Yeah.
or something. So we are gonna have like a quicker turnaround this time, which I mean, I didn't have a turnaround last time, and neither did Abby. So Nicole's really
But
the
we
one
have
that's
one
in the
this
game.
time.
Not fair.
But do you guys want to hear the craziest thing? Speaking
Yes.
of like taking a long time in between seasons, between season 4 and season 5 of Stranger Things, the entirety of The Summer I Turned Pretty aired. Not just
I know.
one, the entirety in between one
That's
How are
season
they
insane.
and the
even
other.
going to do this? Did they film it forever ago? Because these kids are old.
Old. Like they're like, unless
They're
there's
like old.
a time jump or something. I have only ever seen the first season of Stranger Things, so I'm not exactly sure where the story's at and things like that, but I feel like there has to be a time jump or something. Like that's
There has to
crazy.
Yeah.
Also, the season 4, not gonna lie, not my fave.
Not a good one.
Not even sure I'm gonna watch season 5.
Really?
Okay.
Ooh,
I've never
okay.
seen
Tyler was
any.
like, we have to just because we need to know where the story goes. And I'm like, yeah, but like it was like bad to the point where I would stop the episode in the middle.
Well, and every episode's like an hour and a
Yeah.
half or something like that.
It's
It's like movies,
It's intense.
which is crazy.
That's crazy. I've never watched it, so I will probably not watch the season.
Well, now's the
5.
time to start because season 5
That's
is about
true
to come out.
because it's
You
all
all
coming
have
out.
to wait.
So. I mean, I need a new show now to binge because I ran through Summer I Turned Pretty
Oh, me too.
in like 2 days. I had it playing while I was working because I wasn't working in silence. I ran through it so fast. So let's start at the beginning. Let's go season by season because I feel like opinions of people and everything vary season by season. The plot points, the speed at which the season moves is wild also because so many things. So season 1, if you live under a rock, here's a quick
There will be
rundown season
spoilers.
1.
Spoiler alert right now. There will be spoilers.
Yes. Also, the whole show is out
Go watch it.
So
Yeah.
go watch it because if you haven't been on TikTok, you wouldn't know, I guess, most of the spoilers, but it's out there so everybody can see.
Yes.
But season one, it basically just follows Belly, Isabel.
Stomach.
Tyler calls her belly button at my house.
Yes.
So here's your
So,
name.
why Belly was the landed upon nickname,
I was gonna say
that's
I
on
haven't
Jenny.
haven't heard that one before. That one's definitely
Mm,
new.
Never heard that one. But it follows Belly in the summer she turned pretty and she goes to her this fabulous summer house that is her mom's friends and her kids are there and they spend the whole summer there. Honestly, kind of makes me want a summer on the East Coast now.
Literally, I need a house in Cape
Yes.
Cod now.
So
Now.
let's all go in on one
Yep.
and then we can live this out later.
Deal.
Um and luckily for us there will be no love triangles because our kids will all be related.
There better
So
not be.
Yes, so we can just jump right past that. No problems.
so I
No
think we're
bad
fine.
memories.
No bad
Exactly.
memories. The summers will never be ruined. They will always be magical.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, so with Belly, she has been in love with the oldest son. His name's Conrad since the dawn before time. Conrad has been her person. And this is a summer where she's blossomed. I feel like the idea of the summer I turned pretty is something that I feel like every girl goes through.
Yep,
Like there,
that's
you kind of it's when you finally gotten rid of the ugly side of puberty. You've come over the hill and you're finally like there really is a summer I turned pretty and
yep.
it's very interesting because it is such like a monumental aspect of girlhood. Um and so this is a summer she turned pretty and it's all the chaos that ensues of
Because she
trying
got hot.
to because she got hot and trying to
Hmm.
navigate relationships as a 16-year-old and all of the things.
Yeah.
Okay, is that a good synopsis?
I think
Anybody
that's
have
great.
anything else to add?
I think that's great.
Okay, how do we want to get into this first season?
Okay, well, we can't recap every episode and everything. So we're
No.
gonna assume you've seen the show. Season one, I'm a Cam Cameron truther. I love that kid with my whole heart. It breaks my heart he wasn't in the last season. And I think he is just, in season one, I was not on either team. I was not a Conrad. I was not Jeremiah. I think they both kind of, well, I think more Jeremiah because he treated her nice. Conrad was so freaking mean the whole time. He drove me
He was
insane.
a jerk.
He was a jerk.
He
You
was
be
a
Team
jerk.
Conrad in the first season. Please. Please
I was
explain.
Team Conrad. I was Team
Why?
Conrad from
He
episode
was
one.
so mean.
He was so mean, but I just think you when you start to like piece the things together about what's going on with Conrad because the cancer thing with Susanna is like announced pretty early and like there's stuff that comes out pretty early about why Conrad would be acting the way he is. Really, he was a jerk. No denying that. But I felt like he was an 18-year-old kid who didn't know how to handle all of the things and it came out as him being a jerk. And that's what it is.
Why would
Yeah,
you want to be
Abby.
with somebody that can't
That's
handle
what I'm
their
saying. Okay. The whole
emotions?
premise of or like the whole shipping culture behind this is we want Belly to be with one of these boys. I get he's 18. I get his mom is dying. Why on earth do we want her to be with someone who is being mean to her? Regardless of what the explanation is, he is not handling it well and he's taking it out on Belly. And we're supposed to be rooting for Belly. So why are we rooting for her to be with someone who's mean to her?
I
Yeah,
just I mean I get that. I think when you again, we're looking at it as a television show, which it is. There are aspects of him that show that that's not who he is. And it's pretty much stated that this summer something is different. He was never like this before. So there's something
No.
so yes it is because it
He's
talks
always
about
the
how
like quiet, mysterious one who never
but
really
if
but
you
he
look
does.
in
hasn't
the
been
if you watch
mean.
he hadn't been mean. Like if you watch the flashbacks when they do flashbacks, he's like joking and having fun. Like this was supposed to be like show that it's like an exceptionally hard time for Conrad and he's going through something. And I don't his
It's
behavior towards
still
Belly is not okay.
It's not
It's not
Belly's place
okay.
to put up with crap because A, he's not emotionally mature enough to talk about his emotions or deal with his emotion. He's not talking to his mom about it. He's not talking to his dad about his dad cheating. Like he made all of these problems everyone else's problem because he couldn't deal with it. Which I get, he's
Yeah.
18. Like, I get, like, I totally get that. But we're supposed to be rooting for someone for Belly to be with. And I just don't get why we would root for her to be with someone who can't handle his emotions.
I I get that. I think we need to also acknowledge one aspect of really the true villain of season one,
Oh, Susanna.
Susanna.
Yep.
How she
Hater number one.
she
Hater number one.
hates Susanna. Hates Susanna. Um, I think she played a lot into the reason why he didn't know how to express himself and he couldn't express himself because Susanna made it clear to Laurel, to Adam that she wanted one last perfect summer where, and there was a lot of pressure on this perfect summer and a lot like on making sure that nobody knew her cancer came back and that it was the end. So I think there's a lot of Susanna that leads into the way Conrad acted. Still not okay that he acted that way, but I do think there's a lot to why he was acting that way versus him just being like a bad person.
No, I agree.
Make
And I don't
sense?
think Conrad's a bad person. I want to make that clear. I don't think he's a bad person. I do think, though, Conrad knew other people knew. He knew Laurel knew. He knew, I mean, obviously, Susanna, Adam. Like, there were people he could have talked to
But
without ruining
Adam's
Summer.
even in this
Yeah.
because Adam is just like
He's the worst.
he's
He's actually,
checked out.
he's villain number one, except for I think this last couple episodes
He
gave
was
us a
kind of funny.
little redemption for Adam. So
Yeah.
he's villain number one and a half. Susanna's villain number two. Like I get that, not Adam. But like he could have talked to Susanna about it. He could have talked to I mean, him and Laurel supposedly have this like mother-son relationship anyways. Like, I
Yeah.
don't
No,
know.
there's definitely he should have handled it better and he didn't. Um yes. So that's Conrad and that's who the and but then we have Jeremiah.
Okay, Jeremiah was at least nice to her.
Yes.
He was,
Is he cringe and kind of ew? But yes, he was nice to her. And he treated her
yes,
nice, which is why I stand on the Cam Cameron truther because he was the only one who really acted like he wanted to be with her and not just to, get back at the other one or whatever. He liked her.
agreed. He really did. Cam Cameron, we love him.
He lives in my heart forever. But I know that's not what this is about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her little hat is my favorite.
I know. If you guys are not watching the video, Abby has put on a beret filter on her video
It just
because we're talking about Summer I Turned Pretty,
Paris.
and
it
she
felt
feels like
fitting.
Paris is it felt fitting for the vibes of this episode.
Milady.
So, ooh, tip in the hat.
I can't tip a filter, but milady.
Okay, I have a question regarding season one for you guys. So we we find out that Jeremiah all of the sudden started to like Belly when she got out of the car. And she was pretty. And then he went on to sabotage any opportunity he could with Conrad and Belly. Um, did you guys just feel like Jeremiah was like just trying to get back at Conrad the whole time? Because I felt like we didn't even notice that he liked Belly until Conrad and Belly were gonna kiss, and then he shoots the firework off. Did you like? I felt like it was just so insincere from the beginning, and he was just trying to like mess with Conrad. Thoughts?
I didn't even notice that. To be honest, I haven't watched the first season for a little bit, but I didn't.
See, and I just watched it because I binged it all. So,
See, I think yes, they were best friends, right? Before they were really, really good friends.
Best
And
friends make the best couples.
yes, and like there has to be a moment where someone you've known your whole life, it goes from friendship to a little bit more. So her getting out of the
hmm
car and him being like, wow, actually, she's really like, that doesn't bother me at all.
Well, I think that because like you kind of learn. I think it's in his episode in season two is when you find out that it was in the car moment. The way they portrayed it in for the first season is you don't really have any idea because he's just being nice and I think his flirty nice is what kind of comes off at the beginning, but you don't notice until he's shooting off the firework. And so it always just like to me it just always bothered me because it felt like he's like, "Oh, I see Conrad getting something, so I'm gonna hurry and try and
But
take it
also,
away."
I think Belly is an unreliable narrator in the sense of she was
Yes,
so focused on Conrad, like
that's true.
we wouldn't get that from Jeremiah, if that makes sense, because that wasn't
That's
ever
true.
really a thought from her. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think yes, it is kind of first noticed when he shoots the firework, but I think it makes sense. Like I don't think
Okay.
that's necessarily a flaw on him. It's just it makes
I just
sense.
really don't like Jeremiah, so I just like cannot look
I
at
was
anything he
Team Jer
does
from the
positive.
beginning.
I
Okay.
because he was nice to her. He didn't hate her being around.
Best friends make the best couples
Yes, that's so true.
because you become friends and then you become something more and you have way more of a foundation to build a relationship on.
Yes,
There you
I
go. That is
100%
true.
agree. I
I agree.
Also,
100% agree.
I thought he was cuter. Not gonna lie.
Okay, so Chris
He's
Briney,
way more my
Conrad.
type.
Conrad is either really good looking or really not. Like there is no in between with him, and I can't figure it out.
Yes.
I get
Yes.
it. Yeah.
His little mustache thing he has going on now.
Oh.
Gotta go.
Okay, but his little watch,
And his little watch and his little purses? Like,
his little
come
watch, his little purses.
on.
I love his little watch.
You can tell we're very single, so
But
it's fine.
no, I just think I think Jeremiah is plenty good looking. Like I think like he is meant to be the more attractive one of the bunch. And
Yeah.
I fully agree. I have no
See,
problems with that.
again, I don't even think like I don't think he's that good looking. There's something about him that's just like weird to me,
But
but
he's more
that's
conventionally
that's me.
like
Yeah.
hot.
No,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like which is what he's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So, um season 1, all of the things. How do we feel about all the like side characters and Cam
Okay,
Cameron obviously A
he is
plus. We love
I
Cam.
love Camp Cameron. There was not a moment in season one where I didn't think Laurel and Susanna were about to kiss. I don't know. There was something about them that made me like, I was like, this
Well,
isn't friendship. I don't know. Like they were too close.
they were too
Yes,
close.
and if you like, I saw a I don't do TikTok. I do Reels because I'm weird. But I saw one where it was talking about why both of their marriages failed
Because
is
they were,
because they weren't married to their spouses. They were
they
Yeah,
more
were,
dedicated to each
yes.
other and to
Hmm.
spending time
absolutely.
to each other, and that's why it didn't work out.
Yeah. Well, because
I
after Susanna dies, Laurel and
John.
John kind of have a thing again. Like they make more sense when Susanna's not in the picture because they were too close.
Well, John even
They
says
weren't.
that in when he even tells Laurel that there were always three people in their marriage. Like it
Hmm.
was always because like even in like season 3, it goes to flashbacks of when Belly was little, and they were at the summer house, and Susanna's like, "How about you and I to Laurel and the kids? We rent out a house in Italy for the summer," and it's like, and no thought
It's like
about the
you're
husbands.
both married. You're both married. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
Yeah, like it
we're the
was
dads.
just
The
them.
dads are important.
Yeah.
Also, did it bother anyone else when Susanna would always call Belly my special girl? Like, it
Yes.
drove me nuts. If someone, like, I don't care how close we are, if someone else said that about my child, I would be like, what are you talking about? Like that is my child. This isn't our daughter. This is
This is
Yeah.
my
my
child.
daughter.
Like, you can
Yes.
be
Yeah.
an aunt, but this is my child. I don't know. I thought
Yeah.
that was super weird.
Their
Yes.
relationship was too much.
And
Susanna
also,
and Laurel.
they met in college. Like it wasn't like they had known each other like forever. Like they
Forever.
met in college. I don't know. Their
It
relationship
was
was weird to me.
very weird. Yeah, I again, Susanna, one of the top villains. I just it's just not my thing. But yeah, season 1 was I really liked it. I thought it was very like obviously it's the begin like Belly's 16 and it felt very 16. And I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I think when you try to place like try to make her feel like a 25-year-old at 16, that's where you like lose the plot a lot. I mean, and this plot's obviously already like pretty far-fetched. Like the two brothers are fighting over Belly, who's their mom's special girl. Like, the plot is already lost. But I feel like I liked it so much that they were kept 16. She was
Yeah.
kept
I
16 and
agree.
her
I
problems were
agree.
16-year-old problems.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree.
Um, overall, what do you guys think of season one? Do you rank, where's like of the three seasons, where does number one rank?
Number one's in the middle for me.
Number
Yeah,
two?
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll say as well. Yes. Okay. Any other thoughts on season one?
No, it was good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good, but it's okay.
What?
I think like, I don't know. I think ending it with her and Conrad getting together also didn't make very much sense.
Well, did
Also,
you hear why they did that though?
uh-uh.
Yeah,
So Jenny wasn't sure that they were going to sign on for more seasons
Oh,
because they
that
hadn't
makes
signed on
sense.
yet. And so she wanted, even if they weren't able to get all of the seasons, she wanted to make sure that she ended up with Conrad.
That makes
I
sense.
heard that's also
Okay.
why she said that's why they did the Deb ball scene because that's totally made up, but they wanted them in like a white dress with a tux at the
That
end.
makes sense. Because I thought it was, I mean, it was like the next day after she made out with Jeremiah that she's
Yeah.
making out with Conrad. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
which I get, that's the whole story. Like, that's the whole thing. But like, I was like, this
Yeah.
is, I don't
It's
know.
kind of kind of weird.
Can we
I
give it
think
just a
Yeah.
that
week?
I think if she went back and knew she was going to do all three seasons, that part would have changed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
She
makes
probably would
sense.
have switched it around, like changed how she ended that. Yeah. No, I agree with that. Okay, should we move on to season two?
Yes. Season two, we pick up at summer again, but it's been a year. We are starting the next summer. And
Well, we're
holy
starting at
cow.
school.
Yeah. Well, the end of school, right?
Yeah.
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 End of school. And so much happened in that year. And I really liked the use of flashbacks this season. I thought that was really fun. Like, I think they did a
Agreed.
really good job of showing what was like how what they were doing now was influenced by what had happened in the past. Like, I think they did a really good
Yeah,
job.
I
Also, we got
agree.
less Susanna, which I'm here for. I can't
Because
stand her.
why? Why did we have less Susanna, Abby?
She died. Which RIP, I would never wish anyone lose their mom, RIP.
Yeah.
Um, she just got on my nerves so bad. Like there was like even I don't know, even the way she
It
spoke
was
like really just got on my nerves.
I think one of the things that was hard for me with Susanna is she was so um falsely positive for the fake of saving face. And I think especially I don't know if like Utah, we all kind of know people like Susanna. Like I don't know. I feel like
The
there's people like I
whimsicals.
know the whimsicals who just think everything
Whimsicals.
is so perfect
Yep.
and like they know life isn't perfect, but they still will put out to everybody that it is perfect. And it's a character trait I don't love. And so it makes
Yeah.
her really hard to
She's hard to
watch because it
watch.
just feels fake.
Yeah.
Feels so fake.
But it makes more sense why her and Adam are together.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so Adam and Susanna were a great couple because of the whimsy. They were, I don't know. Well, they weren't a great couple at all. But they make more
no.
sense because of the whimsy,
Why they were together.
why they were
Yeah.
together. Because,
I just felt bad for their boys
yeah,
to grow
See,
up in such a dysfunctional home.
this
yeah.
is one of the things that and I felt so bad for Jeremiah this season. In part of it when especially when Conrad was off at school, which totally fair,
He should
and he
be,
came down,
yes.
he should be and he came back as much as he could. This is the part that made me so angry about Adam, about Susanna, and about the situation. When poor Jeremiah is having to figure out how to pay bills for the
Medical
month.
bills. Literally,
Why
his mom's cancer medical bills.
why on earth was a 16, 17-year-old child in charge of keeping the lights on in the house, paying all of the bills and everything. I already get mad when parents involve their kids in finances like that. I don't think
Hmm.
that's the place of the kid because a kid needs to be a kid. But
Agree.
then to even his mom is literally dying and he's having to be the
In
man of
charge.
the house because Adam is who knows where and Conrad, rightfully so, off at school.
Well,
Abby.
also, again, Susanna, number one hater, she is divorcing Adam right as she's about to die. Like, I get her reasoning and everything behind that, but like, he cheated on her years prior.
And she
Like,
knew, didn't she?
yeah, she knew
Yeah.
He
the whole
had to have known.
time, but she decided she didn't want him there in the end, which, whatever. Like, I get that, whatever. But like, your children's mother is already dying. You're adding a divorce into that. B, now Jeremiah is having to be the man of the house at 17 years old. It is so ridiculous to me and so insane that someone would do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're dying. You can be married to this man for 3 more months. Oh,
Well,
it
yeah,
drove
and
me nuts.
even if they were getting divorced, why isn't Adam stepping up?
Yeah,
Why is he
Yeah.
letting that
exactly.
fall on his son?
Exactly. Yep.
It just frustrates. So I felt really bad for Jeremiah in
Yes.
the way he had to deal with his mom passing and like deal with her dying and then when she passed because no kid should have that put on him and the thing was is especially when the stuff was going on where he was like talking about the bills and stuff, that was probably like October. Susanna died in April. She was still able to like make Thanksgiving dinner, host Christmas and all of this stuff
Why
while
is this
she was
Jeremiah's
sick.
problem?
Why is
Yeah.
Jeremiah doing this? Like I felt really bad for Jeremiah in this
hmm
this
Which
case
also
because it just
really bothered me when we get to season three and kind of the character assassination with Jeremiah for a little bit there because he was super responsible. Like he was running this
yeah.
house. I don't know. It really bothered me that we all of a sudden he goes to college and he's not
Yeah.
He
responsible.
probably just needed a break.
Yeah.
He
After
probably was just sick of all of that pressure.
Yes, we give so much lenience and so much grace to Conrad because he was dealing with all of this stuff. And for some reason, Jeremiah does not get that same grace and lenience, and it drives me
Yeah.
nuts because he was
No, I
running
get
a
that.
house when his mother is
Well,
dying. His dad is MIA at
let's
17
also
years
t
old.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think one thing that it also brings up later is I don't think Susanna and Adam actually ever got divorced because if you hear when they're talking about spoiler for the next 5 minutes, obviously when they're talking about buying the cousin's house from
You're
their
right.
aunt,
You're right.
Says I have to sell the Boston house. So if they got divorced,
You're right.
did Adam just let Susanna stay in the Boston house? How did Adam become the? Because if she would have died and she was a owner of the house, the boys would have gotten it, and then
Yeah.
they could have sold it to get whatever. Whereas like
So what was
Adam just
the
disappeared.
point? What was the point? Seriously,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
It
So it's a
and
lot. But
then Conrad goes on the lam. No one can contact him. Nothing, all of this. Jeremiah has to step up and deal with that. Anyways, it justice for Jeremiah because this poor kid had such a
he
bad year.
he really did. So continuing on, Susanna has passed. It's time for summer again. Like Abby mentioned, Conrad goes missing and Jeremiah has to go find him and help figure it out. They end up at the summer house and come to find out Aunt Julia is selling the house, who was Susanna's sister, so she got the house when she died and she's going to sell it cuz she can't afford to keep it cuz it's a super expensive house. It's on the
Yeah,
coast and she lives in California. She lives on the complete opposite end of
it
the
doesn't
country.
make sense.
So
Yeah.
this is what's funny about this season. So season one takes place from like May to August, end of August or something. Like it's 4 solid months. This whole season happens in a week. Like not even a week. We have
Yep.
a few days.
Yep.
And this is
Oh,
like the bottom of the seasons for me.
Me
I
too.
do not like this one very much. Um, I think a lot of this, like, I feel like season one, the plots with like Steven and Shayla and all that stuff, they were kind of necessary to get the understanding of what's going on. Season two, the side plots felt so weird. Like Cam Cameron and Sky, why did we make that?
Justice for Cam Cameron. I mean, my guy. I love Cam Cameron so much. He deserves so much better. He just loved whales so much. He was such a pure little soul. I love him
He
so
was.
much.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, so I don't know. This season was kind of
It
it
was
just didn't do it for me.
It was more, and this is my biggest beef with Conrad. It was Conrad thinking he had to solve all the problems, and instead of solving all the problems, he made it everyone else's problem. Like he
Yeah.
just continued to make things worse because he wouldn't deal with what was going on, and it drove me freaking bonkers.
No, I get that. And I'm gonna come to Conrad's side on this one with the idea of he felt like he had to take it on and couldn't and wanted to kind of keep everybody shielded from it. That is such an oldest sibling trait. Like that's like as an oldest sibling, that is like I know like and it sucks because you don't want to ask for help because you're supposed to be the oldest and the example and all that kind of stuff. So I understand that it ended up not being like it would have been better had he just asked for help, but what he was trying to do like makes so much sense in his role as an oldest sibling. And I think that I think that gets lost that like the birth order stuff like really does come into play a lot of the time and there is like responsibilities that you feel are on there and I think that is something that Conrad especially with the house stuff I I feel like I understand what he was doing because it
Yeah,
just makes
and
sense to
it
me.
comes back to Susanna because when she died, she's like, I need you to take care of Jeremiah. Like, I feel like Susanna kind of made him feel like he couldn't.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I also feel like
help.
he doesn't take into account that Jeremiah also lost his mom. Like I feel like because, yes, it's like an older sibling thing, but also it's just the two of them. Like Adam is MIA, Conrad can't stand him, Jeremiah can't stand him. He's mean to Jeremiah. Like this could have been a moment where they really like
Lead on each
fought
other.
for their mom kind of a thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Conrad made it about himself. And it I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You ever turn Team Conrad?
I do because they ruined Jeremiah's character in season 3.
Okay, fair.
And
Yeah.
the thing is like I think my biggest problem with Conrad is that the audience and social media and everything like praises Conrad's ground he walks on. Like every single thing he does is just so perfect and he's so like
Yeah.
taking one for the team and like he caused so many more problems because of his actions where if he would have just acted like an adult, which I know he's not, but if he would have just grown up, he was trying to act like an adult without acting when actually acting more like a kid. I don't know. It drove me nuts.
I get that. I understand.
So I think it's probably more the audience's reaction to Conrad that I just
Didn't love.
don't vibe with.
Fair.
And that makes sense.
Because
I think
people are
that's
allowed to
fair.
have flaws. Characters are allowed, like they should have flaws. Like they shouldn't make the perfect decision every time. Like I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
but we acted like he pooped gold, and I don't get it.
What a description. Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
saying.
so yeah, so the rest of the season, Conrad and Belly have broken up before the funeral, before Susanna died and everything like that. And
At
then this
prom,
season at prom, horrible.
because he forgot
Um,
her corsage.
he did. It was in his fridge at Brown. But then this season follows Belly proving to like trying to prove to Jeremiah that she likes him. A month after she broke up with his brother and his mom died.
Yeah. Not her best move, not gonna lie. It
Yeah.
felt very forced in a lot of ways. Like I don't know why Belly had to be with Jeremiah. Like I don't
A
know.
rebound.
Like
I feel
it was
like it was a
it
rebound.
was a rebound, which,
Yes.
choose a different family if you're gonna rebound. That's all I'm gonna
It's a
say.
different family.
That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say. But it did feel very much like she wanted this so bad when a month ago she was dating his brother and 8 months ago rejected him for her brother, like, or his brother. Like, I don't know. It didn't land for me very well.
Well, it didn't for me either. I was Team Jer like all of season one and into season two, and then they got together, and it was just like so lackluster. I
Hmm.
was like, oh, like when I was shipping them together, this isn't what I envisioned.
No, it
Yeah.
felt very
They're
like
not good together.
no, it felt very like trauma bondy. You know what I mean? Like they were both
Yeah.
trying to figure
Deal
life
with
out
Susanna.
after
Yeah.
Susanna, which again, she was like a mother to Belly. She was not Belly's mother. I hated how Belly acted like she was her mother. But like and like that was kind of their whole relationship it seemed like they were so desperate to have some kind of a family because Conrad wouldn't act like a brother that they came together and it just didn't make sense.
Yeah. It def like and I think leading into season 3, it felt so their relationship was just trauma bonded because like I think even in when like the first or second episode when they break down by the car, like the car breaks down and he like Jeremiah just starts crying to Belly about how he couldn't talk to her and he needed like he just kind like it kind of just felt like he like there was just a lot of like weird not dealing with emotions properly and like just trauma bonding of Susanna died and like you were her special child and you were her precious girl and we're just gonna like hold on to each other, which I think there are people you need to like, especially in because Susanna, for some reason, was the center of everyone's world in this show. Like, you need something to grasp onto. So it does make sense that they went together, but it was not, I didn't like it.
Yeah, it just felt very like I just don't know why it had to be romantic. You know what I mean? Like why couldn't they have just been friends or like been there for each other as friends? Like I don't know why it had to be
Be what it was.
romantic, but
Yeah.
Don't
no, they don't. They do not.
how how were they kind of skipping ahead? How were they together for 4 years?
4 years. 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
That kind of chemistry
Crazy.
in college.
Again, in college, and he's a frat boy and like a frat boy.
Frat boy,
Like,
like living his frat boy life. All right, so season two,
Only
they
cheat
get
once.
was
Sorry.
so
My
crazy.
bad. Okay.
no,
Season
no,
two
no, no,
was
no, you're good.
really like it was nothing that special. But it ends with Conrad professing his love and then saying JK again. Drives me nuts. And so then her and Jeremiah are like, okay, well, Conrad is out of the picture, so I guess we're gonna date. Jump to season three. 4 year time gap. 4 year time jump. That's crazy. Which in
Yeah.
the
That
books, I
is,
think it was only two. I don't know
it was
why they
only
changed
two
it to
years.
four.
You know, that's a really good question. And I mean, maybe to make them a little older or something.
Probably
Maybe
for the
to add
sake of the
more,
actors, too.
yeah,
That's true, because they are older.
to
But they're not that much. I don't
well,
know.
no, Lola's the same. She's 22 and then Gavin's 25. Chris is 27, so
That makes
you know, but
sense.
I mean, I think I do think though that like the the problems that were like posed in it of like, you know, Conrad's at medical school, like doing all this stuff. It makes more sense if they're old, like on the either finishing college or done with college. Like the timeline I think for the stuff that was happening makes more sense in the sense of them being older. But nonetheless, 4 years have gone by and they're like Belly and Jeremiah went to college together. They went to Finch. They did, you know, all this stuff. Conrad's out in medical school, hasn't been back in forever. And this begins what I feel is again with the craziness of the timelines of the Summer I Turned Pretty. Because the first season, couple of months. Second season, one
One
week.
week.
This season we span because it starts with them going to like getting into school or something. And so
No, it
we
starts with them
start.
about to graduate. So it's like
Does it?
May. It's the same.
Okay,
It's
so
or because
I
Jeremiah
really
finds out he's not going to graduate.
Yeah.
true. So that's like end of April,
Yeah.
beginning of May. And so we have that and then we jump about like a year and then 2 years by the end of it. It's a lot of jumping, which is funny, but you know,
Also
Well,
very needed.
yeah, but it's
so
it's only
needed.
about a year. It's only about a year
Okay.
because they it starts in end of April, May, and then Belly turns 21,
One.
and then they are supposed to get married in August, and then she goes to France, and then Conrad comes back
Has
for her 22nd birthday. So it's
okay.
only about a year.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so Belly and Jared get engaged after Steven has a
Car
near
accident.
fatal car accident.
Crazy.
But Belly and Jeremiah were broken up when they get engaged.
He cheated
Because
on
Because
her.
he cheated on her twice.
okay, and
You
I
would
have a
think it was with the same person.
with Lacey Burrow. Well, no,
There's all these theories going around. I
was it
can't
Redbird?
remember his name.
Redbird.
Yes.
Redbird.
Yep. Which
You know,
Because
who
he never
knows?
specified. He just said twice.
He just
He
said
didn't give
twice.
any more information.
Yep.
That's all I'm
You
saying.
know.
So we don't know.
Um, Okay, a real question I do have for you guys though, because this has been highly debated I think there's a lot of worlds that it's debated. This one specifically. Were they on a break? Were they not? Was it cheating? Was it not? What are your guys' thoughts?
Okay, so this goes back to the friends thing. And
Yes.
this is where I stand on the friends thing. Were they broken up? Yes. Was it an okay thing for him to do? Absolutely not. Like I would not have
Yes.
gone back together with him. Like absolutely not okay. Same thing
Okay.
here. Were
Move on
they
from somebody.
yeah, like were they
Yeah.
broken up? Maybe technically. Still not okay. Like still not okay.
Well, and then not okay to
Lie about it.
when they get back together to not say anything
Yep.
and then
Yes.
propose to her 2 months later.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Like he obviously knew it was wrong because he didn't say anything about it. Like if it
Yeah.
was no big deal, then or if there was really they were really broken up and things like weren't together anymore, then he has every right to sleep with whoever he wants to sleep with. He could have brought it up when they got back together.
Yeah.
Like him not saying anything. And it's the same thing in Friends. Like them not saying something about it makes it wrong.
Yeah, I personally actually think this is different than Friends because I actually just watched this episode of Friends. In Friends, when Rachel says, maybe we should just take a break, and he goes, okay, let's get some pizza, and she says, no, from us, Ross just leaves. There's no
Yeah.
like actual like yes or no.
Yeah,
In
that's fair.
Belly Jeremiah, they say, well, I'm done, I'm done. Okay, fine, fine. So I felt like they actually broke up. I do agree that like wasn't cool that he ended up sleeping with Lacey, whatever, because it was right after.
Yep.
But I
And
do
he
think
picked a fight.
he picked a
He
fight.
picked a fight. It wasn't
Yeah.
just them
It's
like
almost like he premeditated it.
yeah, like he was
Yeah.
trying to break up so that he could go do whatever he wanted to do in Cabo. Like
Yeah.
it just I wouldn't be okay with it.
Yeah.
No.
No, I agree. So, yeah, so they get engaged and then we start planning the wedding that nobody wants to happen. And
Talk about their family's reaction
yes.
because holy crap, they've been together for 4 years.
4 years.
They've
Yeah.
known each other since they were,
Born.
Birthed.
yeah. It's not like nobody saw it coming, right?
No,
So
and this
why were they so dramatic?
that's it like and I get like why are they getting married? It doesn't really make sense, but for them to react like this season, Laurel number 3 hater because
Yeah.
for her to not like go wedding dress shopping, not be involved at all, and her only beef is that they're too young is so crazy to me. Like that
Yeah.
is so just an evil thing to do
Yes, I agree.
when
Amen.
your only beef is that they're too young. Like,
Yeah.
And here's the thing, you fake it in the beginning. Even if you're not excited for him, they tell you you fake it and you talk to him in a different setting.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
you have a conversation about because blowing up like that is not doing anyone good.
no,
Anyone.
No.
nope.
I don't
Like
know.
there was
That-
no like there was no rational discussion with them about why they were doing this, what's their reasoning, what's the alternatives, like why is this happening right now kind of a
Yeah.
thing. Like they just said it can't happen kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Which their only reason was they were too young. Which I don't know,
And they
maybe
were
it's the Utah in me. There are
But
bigger problems. There are
but
bigger
I also
problems.
think that there's so many couples even outside of Utah. If you've been dating for 4 months, 4 years,
Years.
sorry, 4 years, like come on, like that's when a lot of people will be
That's
engaged
a
already.
reasonable amount of
Like
time.
and they are 22. It's not like they've been dating since they were 14 or 13 and they're turning 17 and they're like, "Can we get married, mom and dad?"
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
actual adults. Like
well, Jeremiah isn't, but like they're graduating college. It's not like
yeah.
Well, Belly's a year younger, I think. She's a
Oh,
year
she
younger
had a
Yeah.
year
because she
still.
still had a year.
Okay,
Which
so they
like
both have a year left.
but still, I mean, like
She's still 21. She's still 21. You
She's
know, and so
fully
I think
legal.
yeah. So I think that the parents' reaction, the family's reaction was horrible. And so frustrating. And then so we kind of follow that the wedding planning is not going well. Belly ends up in a bigger fight with her mom, so she ends up living at cousin's house with Conrad.
What?
And here
What?
we get into the better half of the season, quite honestly, because
Yes.
until Conrad was staying at cousins with her, I
It
think it
was a
was
rough
season
season.
episode 5. It was hard up until
Hmm.
episode 5 or 6. It was not, it was good, but like hard.
Genuinely,
Um,
up until the wedding is called off, I did not like this season at all. I hated the season so very much. Like
yeah,
I almost couldn't stand to watch it because it was so
yeah,
painful. The
You have
last
to
like
have
three or
it.
four episodes, great.
You had to have it for the character development, though.
For
I
sure.
you
don't
For
did.
think
sure.
you. Maybe they could have like squeezed it in tighter. I don't think it needed to last 5 episodes, but you
Agreed.
had to see them be stupid for a little while,
I agree.
unfortunately.
No, I completely agree. I really feel like this season should have been 2. Um, I think that we should have taken more time with all of the things because I think like Nicole, like you said, seeing their wedding planning and that everything was painful, so painful, but it needed to be shown and we needed to see the dynamics of the relationship because at this point they're 4 years into it, so they're very settled and these are how the dynamics really are. Um, but yeah, until yes, I think this should have been 2 separate seasons, but
I
that's
agree.
because it felt like 2 separate seasons. I
It
think
really
back
did.
to like
Hmm.
episode 1 of the season and I'm like that there's no way that came out 3 months
Same
ago.
time. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like so continue. Where are we
Yeah.
at?
Well, and I feel like the whole point after the wedding is like Belly needs to figure out who she is. Like she does
Yeah.
not know who she is outside of this family. And I wish we would have seen more of that. Like her and
Yes.
her Paris friends were so fun, so cute. Like I wanted more of that and
Yeah,
less of the cacao. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we just it should have been two more like two separate seasons.
I agree. But I also loved, I think I really hopped on Team Conrad this season because I loved all of the time they spent together and all of the
Hmm.
flashbacks because it kind of helped me see what Belly sees.
Yeah,
See
Yes.
like
absolutely.
all of the cute things that he's done for her over the years and the things that he's still doing for her even though like he is heartbroken, he is still doing everything he can for her, which I think is
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we definitely got way more of Conrad's POV. Like we got so much more of his internal monologue this season, which I think was really like important because as much as you can say Belly's been in love with this kid her whole life, like this is her person. Like if it's not reciprocated, like that doesn't mean anything and it's just kind of sad for Belly. So I think
Yeah.
to have a season of Conrad really like pining after Belly and doing everything he can to get her was important. Even though
I
I think
agree.
they took it too far, where Conrad's only personality trait was that he loves this girl because it's been 4 years, my friend. But at the same time, I think it was good.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think yeah, you really did get the whole picture more and I like there were so many little flashbacks. I loved the one where they and it was in the season finale about Junior Mint when he actually went to the boardwalk to get Junior Mint for her, not to impress the girl like Belly thought he
Yeah.
did.
Hmm.
And I think it was so important to see those like little things and how Conrad just noticed and remembered everything. And I think it was just important and I think this is one thing again where the relationships of Jeremiah and Belly and Conrad are different is Jeremiah continued and I mean it's been four years at this point to kind of use Susanna as a way to keep Belly around and
Yeah.
Conrad didn't do that. And I think that was so important because it's just so
Like you
it
can't
showed
build a
more of
relationship on your dead mom. Like there's just
yeah,
more there's more to life than that and there should be more to your
yeah,
relationship than that. And it did feel like that was what can like it was they didn't have a real connection. Their connection was Susanna, if that makes sense.
I
Where
agree.
Conrad and Belly was obviously
Had
different.
yeah. Yeah. And so then they call off the wedding. Belly goes to Paris. We spend the longest episode of my life watching her have an AirTag commercial.
Okay, that didn't bother me. Like I know people were really upset
Either.
about the AirTag commercial, but I feel like metaphorically it makes so much sense. Belly is trying to find herself. Like she is
Yes,
trying to figure out who she is.
she's
I
fighting for herself too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
yeah.
you
And
needed
it's
to see
not
that.
easy. She just called off a wedding. Like she's
Yeah.
in another country. Like it's supposed to be dramatic and and silly and crazy like that because that's what she's
Yeah.
trying to do.
No, I totally get that. I agree. I think honestly, I wanted to just kind of forget about people back home once Belly got to Paris because I really wanted to see her grow in Paris. And I understand that we needed to go flashback to Cousins and see Jeremiah and everybody,
A lot of
but
Jeremiah.
It was a lot of Jeremiah, especially that
it was a
last
lot of,
episode.
If
it
I
was
have to
Literally,
so
watch
it
him
was.
much.
cook one more thing,
It's
I'm
like
I'm done. I'm
I'm
get him
done.
off my
I'm
screen. Yeah.
I'm out because I really want because like yes, Jeremiah is growing and like he's doing something now. He's cooking, he's
Hmm.
building whatever, but all like I just wanted to see Belly grow. I wanted to
That's
see
the
the
thing.
way that
This is
she
this is Belly's story. Like,
yeah.
yes, these side characters are important, but like the beginning of this season, why was Lucinda's storyline in there? Like, why on
Was it
earth
such
was
a
she
big
in there?
part?
And why was it such a big part? Like,
Yeah.
yes, Taylor and Steven, like I do care about their relationship. I want but it was so much where this is supposed to be Belly's story. Why are we spending so much time on these side characters? Which was another big one of my big beefs with the beginning of season one, especially or season three, especially. It got better a little bit towards the end, but there was way too much Jeremiah in those last couple episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be in Paris with Belly. I wanted to see her, like I loved seeing her like not the pen I loved in the penultimate episode watching her go from when she first got to Paris where she couldn't remember any French
Mm.
to come to her birthday. She is speaking well, she can do all of these different things.
She has all these
And
friends.
yeah,
I'm
and I just
done seeing Belly in Paris because the movie's coming out, and
I hope it goes back.
I've heard a lot of people think that even though they kind of get back together in Paris before Conrad leaves, I've heard a lot of people say, Conrad goes back to California and she stays there, and they stay like that for a while. So I
Yeah.
don't know if we've even ended that storyline yet.
and
I
I
really
hope
hope
we
I hope
haven't.
we get more. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see because as the person, as the sister here who has moved abroad and is living on her own, there really is so much, the personal growth that happens when you're forced into these situations that I just
Hmm.
wanted to see more of. I want to see more of it from Belly, and I'm sure, there is stuff that people scouted that they recorded that we didn't see in any of the episodes. So even if it's they say they haven't started the movie or done anything like that. There's still stuff that we're missing that they can plug into the movie. And
Yep.
I think that would be great because I would love to see what it seems what we're guessing is the year after they get back together to when they go to Cousins. I want to see Belly and Conrad do long distance for a year.
Yeah.
He comes to Paris for Christmas. I want to see how that all works out.
Yep.
And then I want them to I want to see her mend the relationships with her family because
Hmm.
that was the one thing I thought that I actually really liked the season finale. I
I
thought it
loved
was
it.
done beautifully. My only gripe and knowing that there's a movie coming is that we didn't get closure. Like she just left all of her friends and family and everything. Like I want to see her mom for the first time after she comes back. I want to see Taylor's reaction. Well, we did see Taylor in Paris, but she wasn't fully. That was kind of I feel like when she
Yeah.
really started, was New Year's. But so I want to see Taylor. I want to see Steven. I want to see how like Belly has changed and how she can go back to being part of her family again instead of removing
Yeah.
herself.
Well, because we saw all of that with Conrad. We saw Conrad make up with Jeremiah. We saw Conrad make up with Adam. We saw Conrad make up with Laurel or Steven. Like we saw him make up with all of these people and fix those relationships. And Belly's just gone. Like she hasn't had that opportunity where she caused a lot of this chaos that caused all the problems. Like, so I think it is important that we see those relationships be mended
Yeah.
because they are important.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree. Is kind of speaking towards that. The finale had such I loved the finale so much. I loved this is one thing that I loved healed Conrad in this episode especially. When right after Belly and him are have this like wonderful night together, she all of a sudden acts a little weird and goes to the bathroom, and then then comes back and she's acting off. It's off. Something's weird. And instead of just doing what he would have done before and just
Go back
not
on
bringing it
his,
up
yeah, or
and
go
go,
back on what he said.
yeah, he asked her about it and he made them have the straight up conversation of like, "Hey, what's going on?" And Belly was then, and I thought it was so good. Belly was finally able to communicate her insecurities about being with Conrad because, like we mentioned, her biggest thing was, does he actually even really love me, or is it just because Susanna told him to?
Hmm.
And that's when you get the flashback to Junior Mint and how he actually went to go pick it up for her instead of trying to flirt with the girl at the counter, you know? And you get all these like little things. And it was beautiful because she needed that moment and like that clarification because that wasn't because with Jeremiah,
It
it
was
was
about
trauma
Susanna.
bonded. It
Yeah.
was about Susanna, why they were together. And so it was so nice to have finally where they could, as adults, sit and have this like proper conversation about their relationship that they had never been able to have all the years prior.
Yeah. Yeah. I also feel like a lot of those questions were a lot of like beef viewers had with the show as well. Like all of the, like, they answered so many of those questions or so many of those like problems that we had with it in
Hmm.
a way that was organic to the story. Like, I think they did such a great job of rounding out the story really well and making sure everything actually did make sense while still making it like organic to the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So overall, it was a great season, great finale. Honestly, if it I would have been okay with it ending had that actually been the end, minus the family stuff.
Yeah.
But we're getting a whole movie.
I'm so excited.
Um, and
I'm so
We'll have to
excited.
go see it together.
Yes, we
we'll
do.
have to.
Hmm.
Because it's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be maybe two new Taylor Swift albums by the time it comes out. Who knows? That is one thing we need to touch on because all three of us, big Swifties, we all went to Eras together.
That music
Um,
budget,
the music in this show is
10 out of 10.
Phenomenal.
beautifully done.
Like
Like
one of
hats
the
off to
best I've ever
Jenny.
seen, for sure. One of the
Yeah,
best I've ever seen. So good.
I cannot believe
Hmm.
how good she did it. Like, oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
it was.
It was so good.
Everything was so perfect, and I need a cinematic version of Red released by Taylor Swift. Like
Yes.
I need that
Yes.
full like boom behind it. I need it all because oh my gosh, like Jenny Han just
Slade.
magically did this whole like she did so good, and I think that's one of the reasons. And I think the movie is going to be just as good because she's writing, producing, and directing the movie, which
We love.
amazing. But I loved how involved Jenny was with this. And I think the best adaptations of books to TV or film are when the author is so involved because they understand the world and Jenny was. And she just did such a phenomenal job on this show.
Yeah. It was so good. I think if you would have asked me before they called off the wedding, I would have given the show maybe a 4 out of 10. After they called off the wedding, we're at like a 9.5 out of 10. Like those last
I'm
couple
glad you
episodes
like it.
really made the show for me because I was struggling for a minute there. But
I
those
know
last
every time
couple.
I asked you, you're like, I don't know. I don't, and I'm like, come on, give it a chance.
You're like, I promise, I promise.
So
Yeah,
they came around for me in the end.
yeah, yeah, this was a good one. Final thoughts. Anybody?
I'm
Nicole, Abby?
I'm
I'm
really
just glad you
excited.
guys watched it with me.
Of
We
course, I'm
will.
so glad you made us watch it
Yeah, me
because
too.
it was really good. It was a good highlight to my Wednesdays.
Yes, it
Gonna
made
miss it.
Wednesdays so fun. And it was just a blast. It was so fun. It was fun to have something to like our group chats because I always watched it first because I was awake when it actually dropped. I'd be
Yeah.
awake, and so I'd always get it first, and I'd text our group chats, and then we just like it was a fun. I love things like this, and I hope we can find the next thing because we got to keep this up because this is great. So,
So true. So
so
true.
I loved the series. I'm so excited for the movie. Jenny Han posted a thing that said we're in Endgame now when it was with Belly and Conrad. So don't worry, guys. They're gonna stay together and it'll be fine in the finale
The
in
thing
the
that gives me
Yes.
movie.
a little bit of hope is that all of the things about the movie only have Belly and Conrad. So I'm like, maybe we won't have this annoying Jeremiah line anymore.
I need it. I need him to be like like an M
Sidekick.
plot, like not even
That's
like a
the thing,
B
like a
plot. I need
true
him an
side
M.
character.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's not about
So
him anymore. It's not about him.
yeah,
No.
It's not about Taylor and Steven. It's not about their parents. This is about Belly and Conrad. And we
yeah.
need to remember that
And
going
I
forward.
think Jenny will. I again I think she'll do a good job for it, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what happens. Apparently people are thinking there might be something on Christmas Eve because that's 14 weeks from the end date, and there's a lot of 14s being tossed. So
It'd
That would
be,
slay.
I'd love that.
I
But
know
I
I
mean,
would
I
too. We
don't.
could all
all
watch
Jenny
together because
Han,
we're
all
spending
Jenny Han
Christmas
said,
together
I know, all Jenny Han said was that it's not coming out next year.
next year.
Yeah, but then I've seen her comment on people's posts where they're like, it's coming out this Christmas, and she's like, her official account will say, I really promise it is not.
It's not. Well, then
But I
maybe
feel like
2027.
Yeah, there we
So we'll
go.
see, but I'm very excited.
It's gonna be good. It's
Yeah.
gonna be good. Well, thank you, Nicole, for joining our podcast
Thank you
this
so
thank you
week.
for
We
much.
having
appreciate
me.
you having us. And like, subscribe, review, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. All righty.
Bye.
Bye.